Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.
Hey guys, it's John Oast from Fishyaker.com. After our last video on what to look for when selecting a spinning reel, I had a couple of questions about what kind of reel I was using in the video. Well, this is the one I was using as a demonstration piece. It's an Okuma Dead Eye. More specifically, it's a size 30. I like to use this reel to demonstrate that you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to get some really good features in a spinning reel. If you take a look at the reel, this one here has a solid quality metal spool. I like to make sure I have a solid spool on it. If you take a look at an inexpensive reel, try to flex it. Try to see if there's any play in it. Make sure you have a good quality spool on it. Like I said, I like to look for one that's metal personally. You can tap on it, see how solid it is, see how thick the material is. That's really key. This one here is a 6 bearing reel, so it's got a really smooth cranking action to it. As you look down the side of the reel, this has a forged aluminum crank arm in it. I like to have a really solid beefy crank arm because when I'm fighting a fish, when I'm playing a fish, I don't want to have any play in that crank arm. I want to make sure I don't have any flex in it. This model here, again the Deadeye, has an EVA foam grip on it. That's something you're going to see more common in your higher dollar reels. So it's a really cool feature. So when you're looking for, again, a more affordable, inexpensive reel, you want to make sure it has a really good quality grip on it. If you have one that's going to be really hard plastic, or if it feels slippery, it might dry rot, it might scratch off and crack on you. And just to keep in mind, you're probably going to have wet hands, have some fish slime on it, and it can be really slippery too. But this, again, the Okuma Dead Eye, has an EVA foam grip on it. And the most important thing that I like to point out on the Dead Eye, it has an instant anti-reverse feature on it. You probably use some inferior reels over your time in the water that when you're reeling, you'll notice that when you stop cranking, you'll get a little bit of backwards motion and it'll have some play in it. That really, first of all, it drives me nuts when I'm slow working a lure, if I'm jigging. But most importantly, it's going to put a lot of wear and tear on your gearing in the reel. So this one here, with the Dead Eye, as you're cranking, right when you stop, it stops right then and there. There's no backwards play, no motion into it. So the reel is going to last longer because it has that anti-reverse feature. And personally, it just drives me nuts when you have that play in it. So it's a really solid quality reel, especially at a $50 price point. Go to your local Okuma dealer and take a look at one, especially if you're looking for something on an affordable budget, say $50 or so, because you'll really get a lot of those features, a lot of bang for the buck compared to other reels in that price range, and you're going to get a lot of features you're going to see in a lot more expensive reel. So go to your local store, check out the Okuma Dead Eye. And as always, please be sure to subscribe to the Fishyaker YouTube channel and like us on Facebook. We'll catch you on the water.